Welcome back to Craps University. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most territorial bets on the table, and that is dark side bets. Really, we're going to talk about the don't pass and don't come and when to play them. So now if you're thinking, wait, betting against the shooter, isn't that bad luck? Sure, it gets that reputation around kind of the sides of the game, but really you're trying to bet and win money, and if you're betting that the dice are going to hit 7, as we all know, 7 has 6 ways to roll. 6 and 8, 5, 5 and 9, 4, 4, 3 ways. So 4 and 10 are 3 ways. So the farther you get out, if 7 is right here in the middle, that's the most rolled number possibilities. You should see it 1 in every 6 rolls. So with dark side betting, we'll be betting on the don't pass and the don't come. And when you bet, for example, when you play the don't pass, the odds get paid out similar to a lay bet. So you're actually laying odds. And it's, to me, it's opposite, right? So if you have 25 on and it's on a 6, you don't want to put 5 times odds there. To me, I don't put any odds sometimes, because when you're talking about 6 and 8, it gets very close to 7 with the combinations. So with the 7, you only have 6 ways. 6, there's 5 ways. So I like to do 3, because 3 is the maximum odds on a 4, 2, 1, or 0. It just depends on the table. But putting odds on a 4 or 10 on a don't pass, pretty good. Also, we'll be talking about and doing a roll through on the don't come, and we'll see how that works. As usual, my standard bankroll, $2,500. So let's talk about payouts. I talked about it a little bit. So when you put odds on a 5 or 6, you are laying, say you lay $6 to get $5. So you're going the opposite way. On the pass line, if you were to put $5, you would get paid. Actually, if you were to put $6, you would get paid $7. On don't pass, if you were to put $6, you get $5. So you go kind of in the opposite direction. Same with 5 and 9. If you put 3 units, you get 2 units. But if you do it on a pass line, you get, if you have 2 units, you get 3 units. So you see how that works. You're really betting with the house. The casino knows that. And there's got to be some sort of house edge, and that's how they're doing it. The more attractive the bet for on the dark side, the less you get paid for it. So with that said, you know, sometimes it's good to play both the light side and the dark side. If you're playing on a table that all of a sudden goes cold, maybe switch to the dark side. And we're gonna walk through some of this when we do our roll through. So there's no time like now to start. So let's grab some dice. And we're on the don't pass. We're coming out. Now, 6, easy 6. We're on here. Like I said, do we want to put I'm getting change here. So we're going to put $30 so it's divisible by 6. All right, and then we're going to play a don't pass or a don't come too. And 4. For this, that's pretty good. We like that. And right here, we're going to put full odds on that 4. 6. All right. We lose that. We're off. And on this next come out roll, just the base bet is on. The odds are off. 12 midnight. That would have been a push. I didn't have my money out, but that would have been a push anyways. Six the easy way. We're back on the 6, and we will put our odds down. And 5. Forgot my don't come. 6. All right, we're hitting lots of 6s tonight. We're off here. We travel. We lose that. Coming out. 4. All right. We get that back. We lose our base bet. We're on here. And same thing. We'll place our odds. And let's go with the don't come. 10. All right, we travel to the 10. We'll do 3 times odds on that. And 8. Put another don't come down. And 2. 2 craps aces, okay? So we get paid on that. So it's opposite of the pass line where we would lose on playing a straight up pass line. But on the dark side, that's a winner. 2 and 3 are winners. And 9. No field 9. All right, with 9, we can let's do 4 times odds. And 5. All right, go back to the don't. Midnight. All right, that's a push. And 6. All right, this travels to here. We lost this, but the don't come travels. And midnight, that's a push. And 6, same thing. 9. We lose our 9 with the odds. Things are looking kind of rough. And 4, we hit the point. Real rough. All right. Don't pass. And 6. We lose that come that traveled. We're not going to put odds on the 6. And 4. Let's do this. Take those odds down to 70. Make it easily divisible by 2. And here we're going to put 70 on here. And we're back on the DC. 7 out. All right, here we go. We lose our DC on the 7, but we get paid down there. And this is 70, so 1 for 1. And actually, 70 divided by 2 is 35. Same thing down here, 1 to 1 and 35. Okay, so we can rack all this up now. That type of roll is not the best for dark side. It was pretty long, a lot of numbers turning. We hit a couple, but we're still racking this amount of money up. And we're coming out, new roll. All right. And 6. Again, I'm not going to put odds on that. We're on. We go to the DC. Coming or rolling. 4, hard 4. DC travels. Replenish. We're going to put 70 out. As odds. Seven out. All right. We lose this don't come, but that don't pass gets paid. And same thing, we get paid 35 for the odds and 1 for 1. And we rack. That's okay. And we'll take that, we'll leave don't pass down there. We're off here. and coming out. 5. All right, so since this is a 5, I'm going to actually play some odds here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play $90. You might ask, why are you playing $90? Because I get 2 for every 3. So 90 divided by 3 is 30 times 2 is 60. It's just, the math is easy for the dealers to pay that out. And I'm on the don't come and rolling. 4. All right, my don't come travels. I replenish there. Again, I'm going to put 70 down just for math purposes and rolling. And 9. So that travels to the 9. I replenish the don't come, and I will put 90 odds behind that 5. And all right, rolling. And 8. The square pair. All right. So we got an 8. Replenish the DC. And we're shooting again. 8. All right. So back-to-back 8s. I did not put, so I just lose that base bet. But my new bet travels, replenish the DC, and roll. 9. That's too bad. That is too bad. So I lose 115 on that one. And my DC travels again. And there we go. We've got our 90 odds. And let me get some change from the dealer. And the dealer gives me $200 in green. I'm going to put 100. And there we go. What do we got? 6. All right, so that travels. I replenish down here and roll. And 7 out. All right, well, we lose this, we get paid on the base bet, and we've got 90 there, so we get paid 60 for the odds. And 6 and 8s have base bets. We have 90 there, so we get paid 60. 1 for 1 on the base bet. We get 60 for the odds. And on this one, we get the base bet 1-to-1, and we had 70 on the odds, because that's the closest to 3 times odds. 75 would have been 3 times odds. But to do the math, so we get paid 35. So let me pick all this up. That was a pretty good roll. We're still down overall, but that was a pretty good roll for our dark side. We did not get too deep. That 7 showed up. And we're going to do another one. And here we go. Coming out. 5. No field 5. All right. Same thing with this. We know that we're going to put 70 odds. Actually, we're going to put 90 odds on that. We're going to throw one on the DC and roll. 7 out immediately. All right. We lose this, but we'll just pay that 1 for 1. We've got 90 there, so that pays 60. And we can pick all this up. Leave our don't come out there. And that, if you're playing the dark side, that's the kind of roll that you want, where the point gets set, you put your money out, put your odds out, and immediately roll a 7. That's what dark side bettors want all the time. All right, let's do another one. And we've coming out. All right, yo 11. All right, there's nothing we can do on the dark side. We lose our don't come or a don't pass. All right, coming out. 5 again. All right, same. It's kind of rinse and repeat. We're gonna get our $90. We're gonna put that on odds. We're gonna do the don't come. And 10. 10 on the other end. We travel. We know that we're going to put 70 on odds. We'll put our don't come. We have 70 odds on that 10. That's the closest to 3 times odds. All right, so we are rolling. 7 out. All right, this is pretty easy again. That pays that. We know that 70 odds for 10 is going to pay 35. We know that we have our base bet gets paid 1 to 1. Our odds get paid 60. And we pick that up and rack. So with dark side betting, you definitely have to risk more to win less. And we're off. I will get some, do a in-play color up. That's 300. I've got plenty of chips. I just trying to manage my rack here. And this is 100. All right. We've got our don't come out there. Our rack is set. And we are coming out. And 7. That's a winner, pay the line. Don't pass, loses. And 12 craps. That's a push over here. And two aces. That's two aces craps, but the don't pass gets paid. We can rack that. And that's an 8 square pair. So 8 is on. We are going to put some odds down there. We'll put 30. We'll come back out to the don't come and roll them. And 7 out. All right, that was quick. That don't come loses, comes to pay the 1-to-1, and then we get paid 30. Odds pays 25. That's pretty easy math. And we rack that up. And numbers off. We're coming out again. And 7. Take the don'ts. And 6. 6 the hard way. All right, so we're on there. I feel like a machine, kind of rinse and repeat and everything. And we are rolling. And 7 out. Just like last time. Base bet, we lose the DC, we just move it down here to pay the base bet, and odds gets paid 25. And numbers off. And 9. Center field 9. So we are going to drop 90 on that 9. 9 is my favorite number at craps, but and we're gonna roll them. And 9, hit it right away, back to back. All right, figures. We lose that goodness. Stack it up. Again, we got 90 odds. On the come out roll, those odds are off just a base bet. And I wanted don't pass. There we go. And 5. No field 5. All right, so let's get our don't come. I'm gonna $50. I will take 50 in red. And on that 5, we are going to do 90 odds. Just like we did for that 9, we're going to do 90 odds. All right, we are rolling. And 7 out. All right, we lose here. That pays the base bet, and that pays 60, and that pays 25, and then 60. We can pick all this up. All right, let's do one more. I think we're up or even. We'll do one more. Puck is off. We're coming out. And 6. All right. This is the roll that makes or breaks us. I guess. I mean, I don't think we're going to lose that much. There's our DC. And we are rolling. And 4. Hard 4. Came the hard way. We go down here. We know that on 4 and 10, we will play 3 times odds, but that is $70. All right. And we're back on the DC. Well, it depends on, I say we're not going to lose a lot of money, but it depends on how many don't comes we get out there. And if we hit that 6, chances are we'll hit it. And 5. No field 5. All right. That travels. We'll put 90. 90 odds on that 5, and we'll put the DC back out. And what do we got? And 5. And that's a loser. That travels. This loses. And heck with it. We will pump the money back out there. And we are rolling. And 4. 4 the hard way. All right. We lose this DC. We forgot to put our DC out there. So let's put it out there now. And roll. Yo, that DC loses. It's the opposite of a pass line or a come bet. And roll. And 2 craps. And that DC gets paid. We'll just rack that up. And 8. And we'll put down our DC back, but we'll put 30 odds on it, sure. 10. 10 the easy way. This is where you start worrying that we got a hot shooter on board. So we'll put 70 odds behind that 10. We've got 3 DCs. We've got a don't pass out there. Technically, we've got 4 of the 6 numbers. So, all right. And 9. Now we've got 5 of the 6 number. Hot shooter. This is going to be 90 odds. And our rack has dwindled down to nothing but black. So, and 10. 10 the hard way. Replenish that. We lose this. And 9. Oops. We lose that. We're going to put 90 odds back on it. And we'll get $10. The dealer will pump that back up to 90. So by math, we have rolled quite a few times, and Big Red should be showing up any minute. But It is craps and it is dice, and there is some randomness in this. We've got 4 of the 6 numbers and 7. See, as I said, Big Red will show up. But we rolled quite a few numbers. So let's get these payouts done. 1 to 1, we get 60. We get 25 and 25. We get 60 on the back end, our 6. We get 1 to 1, 25. We get this 30 pays 25. All right, let's pick up everything and see how we did. That's 2,300. Excuse me. That's 1,800. That's 2,000. All right, so we started with 2,500. We ended up with 2,420. We were down $80. We had some super bad rolls. We had a couple good rolls. That's not too bad, to be honest with you. We rolled the dice. That's not bad. I mean, it could be a lot worse. The rack got cleared out on the green again, so a little worrisome. All right, so let's recap what we covered. Don't pass and don't come are the backbone of any dark side strategy. You're betting against the shooter strategically, not emotionally, and I hate looking at your shooting against, or you're betting against the shooter. You're betting with the house, technically. Laying odds gives you true payouts with almost no house edge. So I didn't play full odds. I did it a little backwards. From the outside in, that's where I played the biggest odds. And then I went down. Let me take that back. I played full odds on the 4, full odds on the 5 and 9, full odds on the 4 and 10. But I only played one-time odds on the 6 and 8. And I think that's pretty valuable. I played odds the same way on the don't pass, depending on what number was rolled. So cold tables are where this strategy really strives. So we had some very cold rolls, but we had a couple very hot rolls. And I don't know what everybody in the audience thinks what a hot roll is. Any roll over 8 to 10 rolls, okay? Because if you expect a 7 to show up 1 in every 6, you're almost getting to the point where you're doubling that kind of expectation. You need to stay disciplined, read the rhythm of the table. If you know shooters are hot rollers, then maybe you back down and you bet with the shooter and you bet the pass line. It's all up to you on how you read the table. Ignore the social pressure here as well. There is, at the craps table, there is social pressure about playing dark side strategies. And, you know, I have a favorite dark side strategy that I like to play, and nobody understands it. People have gotten mad at me before, and I'm like, well, I'm playing dark side, but I'm also playing come bets, which are light side, so it's more of a hybrid. And I point that out to them. Like, you can't say that I'm only playing kind of against the shooter or with the house. So there's some education that everybody needs, even experienced players at the crap table. So if the table's cold, the dice are brutal and everyone's groaning, it might be time to step into the shadows, and that is stepping into the dark side. Thanks for watching Craps University. Hit the subscribe button for more smart strategies, and check out our full dark side strategy playlist for more ways to master this misunderstood side of the game. See you on the layout.